Hey, Zane here. A lot of us are going to be joining family this weekend. We're going to be feasting, enjoying the holiday, eating a lot of food. And if you're wanting to lose weight or you're following a certain diet, you might be wondering, how do I navigate this holiday? How do I navigate all this eating? How do I navigate all this food that's going to be coming through here? What do I do? Do I pick and choose from what's there? What are the healthy choices? Or maybe none. Or is there some way to offset what I'm going to be doing, going to be eating? I'm just going to enjoy myself, which is a good idea. Not going to have a whole lot of choices to eat, on my plan, right? So how do I offset it before or after? And really, feasting is a normal part of human culture. It's been with us for thousands of years in every culture around the world, right? But to balance it, most cultures had feasting and fasting. They looked at Crete had these tremendous longevity statistics, people living healthy lives, healthy, vibrant, active lives, much older than anyone else in other parts of the world, like well into their 90s up to 100, more people living to 100. And they're looking at thinking, it was for a long time, they thought it was the Mediterranean diet, right? All the olive oil, the olives, the vegetables, that kind of stuff. They were looking at Mediterranean diet. And there's something to that, but there's a lot of other areas around them that really didn't follow, that followed the Mediterranean diet, but didn't have their level of longevity and health. When they look a little closer, Crete, especially in those years, and so we're talking about 50s, 60s, 70s, we were looking at this, they followed a very strict Greek Orthodox calendar. Okay, Greek Orthodox Church was very strong in Crete, and they followed the calendar pretty strictly. And so while there's lots of feasts and holidays on that Greek Orthodox calendar, there's also about 180, I think 182, 83 days of fasting on the Greek Orthodox calendar. Now, if you do some quick, simple math, you'll discover that 182 days is about half of the days in a year. Wow. So they balanced their feasting with fasting they had certain types of fast. Sometimes it was no meat, sometimes it was no food, it was, that kind of thing. There's a variety of fasts, but they had some level of fasting on the calendar half the days of the year. And this was, this difference was, it seems, contributing to the longevity, contributing to the benefits of their health, right? Something the Western culture has left out. We feast a lot. We feast all the time. We feast nonstop. We eat every 2 or 3 hours. We feast all weekend. It's, football game, doesn't matter. There's always a reason to feast. We've forgotten the fasting part. And you can see it as the overweight and obesity rate has continued to grow over the last 60 years, 50, 60 years, really 40 dramatically, but over the last, since the 60s and 70s when our diet started changing, when the frequency of eating started changing. And that's something, it's just a natural offset to feasting is fasting. It's something we need to bring back. There's a reason we have fat cells. We have fat cells to store energy when we're eating, right? Because when we're eating a lot more than we're burning. We're sitting still, we're eating. And we store that energy in those fat cells, and the reason that we use that energy stored in those fat cells for when we don't have food, when food is not available. So the very natural, simple solution of feasting is afterwards, make food unavailable. Make food unavailable, tap into those fat stores, and use up the energy that you ate. Feasting and fasting. Every day does not need to look the same. Every day your eating schedule may not look the same. You're going to have days of feasting, days of fasting. If you're trying to lose weight, obviously you're going to need more fasting days or more fasting time than feasting time, okay? Or even to maintain a healthy lifestyle. I certainly do. Have more hours in the day when I'm not eating than when I'm eating, or that my body is digesting what I've been eating. So the best way to do this, an easy way to do it, is something called, there's intermittent fasting. So I'm not talking about going 7 days without eating, but you can do this by simply skipping breakfast a few days or several days a week and allow your body to fast essentially between dinner and lunch the next day. about a 15, 16, 17-hour window there where you might just have black coffee, tea, or maybe a little cream in your coffee if you want it. Sure, but no sugar, no real calories to speak of, no protein. Protein is not innate, okay? It's still a calorie, still energy. No food from dinner to lunch. Start off with a few days a week. It's real simple. That's what we do in the Food Comes First weight loss group. We introduce this for people optionally who want to try it, stick their toe in the water, see how it works. We do it 3 days a week, and I mean people continue with it, implement it on a regular basis 5 or 6 days a week, and find that they've been able to break through weight loss plateaus and reach their weight loss goals, and they continue with it even after the 30-day academy is over. They keep going with the intermittent fasting. They keep going with just creating a 15, 16, 17-hour window in the day between dinner and lunch where they don't eat. They drink fluids. They drink a lot of water, tea, coffee. It's good, but they don't eat. And it's really simple. They get used to it pretty quickly. After a few tries, it's not a big deal. And the benefits are they're dramatic. They're there. And because they continue losing weight week after week. So if you have any questions about this, feel free to post them below. But what I really want to hear is those of you who are fasting, what are you doing? Share with the class so everybody can hear what you're doing that's working for you. What is your fasting schedule? Do you do a 16-hour fast? Do you do a couple 24-hour fasts or something longer in a week and then you kind of eat normal the other days? Do you mix fasting with low-carb diet? So what do you do? Tell me. Post in the comments. Share with everyone else. See what there's a variety, because there's a lot of ways to do this. How do you fast? How do you implement fasting? What does your fasting schedule look like? Have a great holiday. Talk to you later.